welcome to Call Me Didi. I'm your host Eva.
And I'm your host, Sanchi, and welcome to our Notes from the Park episode. This is our second one of this series, and we've just decided to spill them over all over the year in a few months' time. Hope you like them.
Yes, it's usually because we have a new series coming out very soon, which we'll talk about. But these are our filter episodes, It's every few months we'll do one because we feel like you guys, like, you're a guest talk all the time. But hopefully you care enough to hear about us as well.
Yeah, and a lot of people tell us that they used to love our solo episodes, and we used to talk about a lot of things. And sometimes it's good to just come on here and just talk about life and what's
Yeah.
happening and do some fun,
Ac-
aside from talking to guests.
Actually, I used to find those episodes really therapeutic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you would like the best way to process anything is by talking about it. And when you talk about it, especially when it's going to go out on the internet, you're like you feel you need to feel sure about how you feel about things. And that's
Mm.
when you put it out.
Very interesting. I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
But I also used to find them very interesting because I don't know, I feel like we used to talk about so many topics that are just very rarely talked about.
Yeah.
And when it was just us, it would be very informal and chill, and we would just sit together and be like, oh, hi,
Huh?
here we are talking about things. Ha ha ha.
But there is one episode which Sanchi very confidently gave her thoughts on, which is really interesting, very interesting, because there's one episode in which Sachi was so confident about her thoughts about it, and her opinion has completely flipped in 1 year's time.
I apologize, you guys.
Why don't you tell them what I'm talking about? I'll tell them. I'll tell them. Okay.
Yes.
So, if you guys have watched our episode on how to find people without using dating apps, there was some very thoughts on that episode that Sachi gave, which said, I hate the apps. I hate the apps. I would never want to find my boyfriend on the app. And then, and then guess where she found her boyfriend?
Can you please not out me like that? And you know what's funny? Literally a few weeks ago, I saw that episode with my partner, and he was literally staring at me like that. And he was like, you have said some really interesting statements there. And like, listen to Diva. She's talking so much sense there. And you are just saying these random things which you don't even follow now.
So, I guess, guys, everything we say is not that serious because even we don't follow our own advice.
Some stuff is really good as well,
That's
okay?
true. That's true.
The point is that we are growing with you guys, okay? We talk about stuff and then later we are like, oh, it's okay if we don't follow it. Maybe something else is better.
Yeah, but do you want to do your highlight of the past few months?
Highlight of the. Actually, we didn't think about this before recording the episode.
Perfect.
Actually, I think my highlight is going on now because my mom came yesterday and I'm actually very, very excited for it because it's the first time that we are going to actually spend this wholesome time in the 7 years that I've been here. Because the first time she came here was when she came initially to drop me, and I was like 17 and a half years old at that time, and I knew nothing about this place, and we were trying to figure it out together. And I remember her being really, really scared of leaving me behind. And she had this feeling that, oh my god, my kid, what if she gets into drugs? What if she just gets into this wrong company? And I remember it was really hard for her, and I couldn't understand her feelings because I was also new to the country and I was so excited to live this new life and like navigate all of uni had to offer. And so it was this, and when I look back at it, I feel so bad the way I just never thought about how my mom was feeling, and I would just go out and have fun
Mm,
and she would be there.
mm.
Um, anyway, point being, that was the first time.
It's actually been really nice to have Auntie. Auntie only came yesterday, but I think every time, like even when my mom came, like the energy of the house changes, and there's like somebody who's cooking for us, and it feels really warm and just really wholesome.
Yeah.
Like even before Auntie came, I have been looking forward to her coming because I'm like, oh, it'll be so nice. It'll be like, oh, good food and everything. And I think like when you're so close, like your family becomes an extension of like your family. So it's been really nice.
Yeah, I can tell that Diva has been like so excited because whenever I would come back from home, and I've been having a very long working day for the past few days before my mom came. So I came back home and Diva would rush out of the room, okay? And she'd be like, "How's your day? I'm very excited that auntie is coming, okay?" Like, you can tell that she's so looking forward to it.
Yeah, I've been really looking forward to it. But yeah, I'm very excited about all the good food. The highlight was our Brisbane trip.
Interesting.
Yeah, I actually had such a good time when we went to Brisbane. So after we recorded the last notes in the park, we then did a Brisbane trip in which we did an event there and did heaps of podcasts. But I think I just loved the city. Like I loved how nice the vibes were. The weather was really good, and I think we met a lot of new people there. So I think every time I meet new people, my energy is uplifted, like the right people. And I think everybody we met on the trip was great.
Lovely. We had such a great time. And also, I think this trip was longer than the Melbourne trip, like for a few days
Which is
rather than.
nice.
Yeah, it was nicer because we could spread out the episodes. We still recorded like 8 episodes. So watch out for for that series to come out. And all the conversations there were, oh my God, mind blown conversations. So good. And we would go out in the evening. Our event there was so good. Everybody showed up. Such less drop off.
Yeah.
And it was literally the best time. We spent time with Diva's friends.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
A lot of things went wrong in our episode recordings as well. Like we
Yes.
had to do one episode completely again. Last minute glitches we had. Before we left, our whole house's electricity broke down the night before we were leaving. So a lot of shit went wrong, but it didn't feel chaotic. Like it was chaotic, but it didn't feel stressful.
Yeah.
Like it was like, oh yeah, it's fine. We'll figure it out. We just happened to manage things,
Yeah.
which was great. And I think the fact that we like met these amazing people, some of them we already sort of knew on the internet and stuff. I think it just made it a lot more relaxing for us because we were around people we could trust and we were like, okay, we're fine. Like we're taken care of.
Yeah.
So it felt really good. Yeah.
This makes me realize that when you have good people around you, no matter how many hardships you face, you'll be able to get over them and they won't feel like massive challenges to you because you have nice people to navigate it with.
Mm.
So yeah. And after that trip, actually, we both of us considered really hard to move there as well. So if we actually move places in the next few months or years, please don't. Yeah. Yeah. Keep an eye out for it. We might have to leave Adelaide YB.
Yeah. Sorry, our responsibility of making it vibey is then over.
Then
And
it's
then
your
then it is
responsibility.
your. But you know, we were discussing this today. After we've started doing events in Adelaide, we've seen a lot of groups pop up who've also started doing events. And the culture of the city is changing, at least in the Desi community, in the South Asian space. A lot of new things are happening, which are just opportunities to meet new people. So I'm actually really happy. Like, I don't think we can take full credit for it, but we were one of the initial ones who started making those vibiness come to life.
I agree, and I feel like it's really good. And now we have more opportunities to collaborate with these people and do something together. And we're actually talking to a few of them, so keep an eye out for that. We might have some really cool, wholesome events coming up soon.
Yes.
Okay.
Should we start with a would you rather
Yeah.
round?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we are doing would you rather's, and we have prepared like a set of 5 questions each for each other, and we don't know them, so it's gonna be very on the spot.
First, you gonna ask me a question and then I'll ask you a question.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, good.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask you straight up whatever I've written. Um, okay, would you rather hustle for 10 years and retire early, or work part time forever but never scale big?
feel like the answer is quite obvious.
Is it?
Yeah. Would you rather? I would rather hustle for 10 years and retire early and then just be financially free to do whatever I want afterwards.
But hustle, like really, like just
Yeah. Which is fine. Like, because you'd rather hustle for 10 years when you have the energy. And then when you have kids, you get to spend time with your kids and you get to, get to travel around when you have a little bit more money. Like, I feel like, I mean, the only thing there is that you'll miss out on your 20s because you'll be hustling so hard. But to me, that's the obvious choice. What would you choose?
interesting.
Did you just write this question and not think about your answer?
Yeah, actually, I did not. It's in. I'm very big on work-life balance, and also if I'm working part-time and if I'm working in something that I absolutely love, and I'm only working like a few hours, and I'm making decent money that I can travel,
Hmm.
and like experience my best life. I might do that option too, but I think I would do the hustle 10 years and retire early too. I mean, it's not like a very, very obvious choice,
Yeah, that's true.
you know?
Because you do have to give up 10 years of your life.
Exactly. And like, yeah.
Yeah, fair. I have a similar question, which is relevant to you more than me. Would you rather travel non-stop for the next 15 years, but you don't get to take any breaks? It's just constant. Or you do not travel at all for the next 15 years.
Wow. I'm going to travel nonstop for the next 15 years.
No breaks at all.
Uh, you didn't say like you're doing slow traveling or
Or
fast
fast.
traveling or you're just doing bang, bang, bang places visiting. I mean, I can travel, not be in, like, not have a house for the next 15 years and be on the road. Like, go live in a place for some time and then go live in some other place for some time. I don't mind that. But I can only do this and like in the next 15 years, live my best life and then settle if I want to.
Hmm.
Mm.
Fair.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, this is really hard. I also didn't think about the answer before. I think I would probably choose the same thing because of what you said. Because I can do it as slow as I want. Like I can do it for a few months, do it for 4 5 months, stay in one place, and then move to the next place. But I wouldn't do it alone. If I had to do this whole thing alone for the next 15 years, then I'd rather not travel.
But would you start alone and be open to the idea of meeting someone while you're traveling?
Yeah, I think that could work.
But like you have to start the journey knowing that you have to do this for 15 years alone. Like you're
Yeah.
not starting this with someone.
Yeah. But the possibility of meeting someone is there
Of
on the journey.
that's always there.
Yeah. But then they also have to travel, no, for the next 15 years.
Oh shit, I never thought about that. Very interesting.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a would you rather.
Yeah, exactly. It's not actually happening.
If it happens though.
That's true.
Okay. Would you rather fall in love once deeply and lose them? Or never fall in love but always feel fine?
What do you mean by lose them? Like, do they die?
Just, it can be anything.
If they're dying, then I don't want to fall in love in the first place, I think. But if they're alive and, you've just broken up, then. Wait, what's the question again? This is a really, weird question.
Wow, that's the point.
Hmm.
But, okay, they die. So, would you rather fall in love once deeply and you lose them?
Yeah.
Or never fall in love but always feel fine?
I think that I would rather never fall in love but feel fine. Because I don't think I can deal with the pain of losing them. Like, that'll be too intense. And just knowing that they're going to die is just going to make.
Oh, you are not gonna know.
But now I know. But if I have to choose, I know that they will die. So I don't want to choose. How can you just live your life like that? But the idea is, I know, right, that they will die. So I don't want to be in love with you. It's okay. I'm fine. What would you choose?
I think I would fall in love deeply, and I know it's gonna be really like you probably can't describe the feeling. I want to experience falling deeply in love in my life. So don't want to be the person who has the opportunity to live this life and not fall deeply in love with someone, you
Hmm.
know. Never want to be that person. So and dying is inevitable. I
So,
did not say that they die early. I just said they die.
Arey,
I just
you
said
die at
you
90. At
lose
90, if we're gonna go for it, then there's so many things to this question.
See, exactly.
You can't just make it based on what you want to happen in that question.
See, but the thing is, you always can find loopholes in a question. You just need to think that far.
Would you rather get married to your ex, who you don't hate, but they're still your ex, or you get an arranged marriage?
Whoa. Arranged marriage is fine because I still have the option to choose the person.
Okay, what if you don't get the option to choose? Like your parents say, this is the boy you have to marry. Abhi isse shaadi kar lo.
I'd still choose arranged marriage because I trust my parents enough to know that they'll choose the right partner. But my ex, nah.
Fair. Not even like a nice ex. Or do you not have any of
See, I
those?
only have a few, and so the ones that I have, no.
I'd probably choose the same.
Really?
Even though I like a lot of my exes, but I think I would. It'll be something new now. Like, if I go back to that, I'll just be like, "Arey, na biski ke saath karna padega." If it's an arranged marriage, there's a new person coming into my life. I don't know how it'll end up. It could work out really well as well, right? It's a gamble. So it's you taking the gamble on something that may work instead of something that has not worked before and you've tried.
Smart. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
This is a funny one. Would you rather have your entire situationship history read out loud on stage or your childhood diary published online?
Probably my childhood diary published online because it kind of already is. My Facebook post from 2011 is the most embarrassing shit in the world. But honestly, fuck, I love them. I love myself from 2010. And I love reading my posts when they come up because back then, like your wall was like your chat. You
Yeah.
know, like you talk to your friends on your Facebook wall. So the kind of shit that is on there, it's so embarrassing.
We were so unhinged as kids.
We didn't care.
No.
Did not care. The shit we've posted, and now I think so much before posting one thing on the internet.
I agree. I agree. I think I would choose the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think my childhood stuff is very wholesome. And like you'll find massive spelling mistakes there and grammar mistakes there, but that's fine. It's so fun to read and at least like everybody will laugh.
Yeah.
It'll sell.
It'll sell.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a hard one for you.
Oh.
Would you rather stop your mindful mornings forever, or would you stop working out forever?
That is so hard. I would choose stopping working out.
Really?
I'll tell you why. Because
I think first you should tell people what your mindful mornings are because they may not know.
or I wake up early in the morning and I just sit by myself and drink my chai and think about life and then write about life. And then I also do a little bit of pranayam and EFT tapping in the morning, which is a new addition. I say that because I can still do my walks and I think that's fine.
The loopholes that you're finding in my questions. I can still do my walks. The walks is still one of my mindful mornings. I would just not have the mindful mornings because they're anyway once in a while for me. That's not true, actually. I've started having a lot more slow mornings, but not the way you have them. Like, I don't just sit and do nothing for an hour. Like, I'll still just journal or I'll meditate or I'll just have something like 30 minutes and that's it enough for me. But I rather work out. Like, that's my space of me time and connection time.
Fair, fair.
Yeah.
I think it's just the pleasure of just sitting. I think once you just really make your mind a space where you like to be, You just feel so good. You're just like, damn, I'm having the best time ever in my own thoughts because they're fun. Okay, would you rather drunk call your crush and confess everything or accidentally send them a voice note meant for your therapist?
Fuck, this is actually like probably one of the hardest questions. I'd probably tell them I like them because then there's a reward at the end of it, right?
So
Like,
you drunk call your crush and you confess
yeah.
everything.
First of all, you're drunk, so you can blame it on the alcohol. And second of all, at least at the end of it, something can happen, right? And if it doesn't happen, then fine, you find a new crush. But you don't want to tell stuff that's really private, which you'd share with your therapist and nobody else.
Fair.
What would you do?
I was thinking more like a voice note to therapist.
Really?
Because if the crush is like nice, right? And then I think they'll appreciate me working on myself. I'm like, sorry, that was meant for my therapist. And who says that the conversation that I sent to my therapist is about my crush? It
Yeah.
can be about anything.
Exactly, but that's what
And-
it is. It can be about anything.
But they don't have context. So they just get a voice note and they have like, what the fuck? And then you can be like, oh yeah, sorry.
That's true. It can be about anything.
Yeah.
But at least this way you're telling your crush that you like them. Where you otherwise you still haven't told them, you know.
Fair, fair, fair.
Would you rather have no personal life but your dream business? Or a very balanced personal life but not your dream business?
Forever?
Yeah. It's still a business, just not your dream business.
I might go with personal life balanced and not having the dream business. Yeah. But this was really hard. This was literally one of the hardest questions ever.
That's what a lot of people have though. Like most people have businesses which are able to afford them the life that they want, but a lot of times it may not be like a business that they're passionate about.
I get it, but I feel like the purpose of living your life is to actually literally follow your passions and make that
Yeah.
into like earning money. And if you're not living your passion, you're technically not a human being.
But then technically people's passions can be different. Like for example, your passion is to travel. So having a business will allow you to live a purposeful life, which is to travel. But it's just a business. Like the business can be about like steel manufacturing or something, right? But it affords you a life where you can travel.
Fair, but if my work is not giving me any joy and most of my life I have to work
Yeah.
because that's just what you have to kind of do to earn money or at least work enough to earn you money. So then I'd rather do something that brings me joy rather than just doing it. So my loophole here was it doesn't have to be a dream business, but if it's a good enough business that I can enjoy working on it, then it's good.
Bus loophole you taking out, na? How much I can enjoy this business.
Final question to
Hmm.
divas is: would you rather never have to go to another desi wedding again, or be single at every one till you're 40? So you never get to attend any wedding, any desi wedding. So you never get to enjoy a wedding at all.
But you
okay?
have a boyfriend and a partner.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Or you get to go to the weddings, but you don't have a partner until you turn 40.
I think I'll choose not going to the wedding because it's not such a big trade off. Like, I love weddings, but for like the last 10 years.
It's not like not having a partner. You just you can't attend that wedding with a partner.
Oh. By the time the wedding comes around, I'm single. I just show up single. If the loophole is that I get to
Have a partner.
have a partner in the rest of my life where I'm not attending the wedding, then I rather go to the wedding single. Because when I'm not at the wedding, I have a partner. Simple. And you have to just go and eat and dance, so it's fine. Except when it's my own wedding, that'll be weird.
Okay, I agree that it was a very weird question.
Okay, last question. Would you rather never be allowed to eat the same thing twice or eat the same meal for a year straight?
Yeah, the first one. Never eat the same meal twice. Ever in your life?
For let's say for a year, every meal is different. Like even if you like something a lot, you still can't eat it again.
Yeah, for a year, that's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
So that'll mean that when you eat something and when you eating it and you really like it, you'll be like, "Fuck, this is the last time I'm eating this."
For a year, yes. What about you?
Probably the first one.
हम दोनों के ही last questions were so like
Meh. Meh.
हो गया हमारा बहुत जबरदस्ती लिखा है एक और question.
Good game though. I really
But
enjoyed
yeah,
it.
same. I think it was really fun.
Answer yours in the comments to everything. What would you pick?
Yeah. Or you can just pick the one that you like and answer that one. Except the last one. Don't get to choose that.
Don't choose the last question.
I think we're gonna see you in the next one. Our Brisbane series is coming out. So keep an eye out for it. We have very interesting guests in the Brisbane series. We had a food psychologist, which is gonna come out after this episode. We had a business coach. We had a immigrant who came here so many years ago, but now he has 5 businesses, 5 to 8 businesses, something. Amazing story. Then we also had conversation with 2 girlfriends who talked about internalized racism. Then we had conversation about running and dating culture in Australia um, uh, with 2 content creators here, and we had a conversation with someone who talks about manifestation and subconscious reprogramming. So it was really interesting to have all
Yes.
these conversations.
It was
So,
actually incredible. I think we think you're gonna really enjoy the conversations that are about to come out. So literally starting next week, these conversations are gonna be dropping one by one, and we would love your encouragement and support during this time. If you enjoyed today's episode and you want us to do more like these, please tell us. This was actually really fun to shoot, and every time we do this, we really enjoy it. But we would love to hear from you if you really enjoyed it as well. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
see you. Bye.